Hey, honey,
Yes, Barry?
let's get out of here.
Where are we going?
Where do we always go?
Fascina el viento, este ritmo de palmas, sin naturaleza, hasta encontrar la playa. Por eso grito al mundo, yo soy de Puerto Vallarta. Samba de Puerto Vallarta, noche de arrullo en el mar. Samba de Puerto Vallarta.
Hello, fellow travelers, and welcome to this episode of the Puerto Vallarta Travel Show. I'm your host, Barry Kessler, and I'm just so happy to be introducing you to my favorite vacation destination. Maybe it's even yours, and that's Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. That music you're listening to is performed by Alberto Perez, and Alberto is the owner of the La Palapa group of restaurants here. Those are the La Palapa, Puerto Vallarta's oldest restaurant on the famous Los Muertos Beach, and the El Dorado Restaurant and Beach Club right next door. So you can enjoy that fantastic view of the Los Muertos Pier, all lit up at night in beautiful colors, or during the day in its grand splendor for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, seated with your toes in the sand right at the water's edge. It's so romantic. It's so Puerto Vallarta, my friends. This week we are going to go to the town of El Tuito. It's southeast of Puerto Vallarta. We've been there before. We're going to go up in the mountains and we're going to go visit two places. One of them is a restaurant called Patio de Mario. And we're going to talk to a very interesting guy. His name is Mario. What do you know? And he's the owner. We're going to talk to another guy, another place, Tane Escalante. He is with Agua, Fria camping tours, also in El Tuito. He's got a really cool place for those who might be interested in doing a little bit of glamping, glamorous camping in El Tuito. But before we get to Mario and Tane, let's see what's happening this week in Puerto Vallarta, the 29th of July, 2019. When I was in Puerto Vallarta in May, I got a chance to catch Tane and his band, his group Tequila Rush. They were at the Roxy down in the Emiliano Zapata neighborhood. They were doing a tribute to the Rolling Stones, and they were rocking the house, folks. It was really a lot of fun. They did some great covers, all the hits, lots of high energy, great sound as well. Well, they are doing a tribute to Led Zeppelin over at Act 2. It's going to be Thursday, August the 1st, from 8 o'clock until 10:30. And Act 2, of course, is on Insurgentes 330. I have a link to the event in the show notes. I also have a link to their Facebook page as well. And by the way, if you are, while you're there over on the Facebooks, go ahead and like the Puerto Vallarta Travel Show page if you haven't already. And that way you get all the information as it comes up and as I post it. I have a quick update on the hydroelectric dam over on the Rio Horcones. First, I was reading an article where the dam company said that they have all the permits and they were going to go ahead and go on with the project. That was very depressing. I was talking about that last week, that we had some depressing and then we had some good news. That was very depressing. They also pointed out that their dam isn't like the dam that we were thinking that it was. It's going to be a different kind of hydroelectric dam, that it's just so wonderful and it's so ecological and it's just such a pretty little dam, and that they're not going to take all the water and all that other stuff. But I don't know. Do we believe that? I guess we should believe them, right? Of course we shouldn't believe them. They're out there doing this in the dark of night. But anyway, something really good happened. The city government in Puerto Vallarta actually declared that the entire project, the dam, the infrastructure of the dam, the whole shebang, the whole 9 yards, was actually in the territory that is under the control and the purview of Puerto Vallarta, not Cabo Corrientes. How about that? And get this, of course, that means, of course, that the company that's building the dam doesn't have one single permit that's been pulled in the jurisdiction of Puerto Vallarta. It was all done in Cabo Corrientes. So, what will that mean? I don't know. It means basically that they've got to go through Puerto Vallarta government to get what they need to get done, which hopefully will be much more difficult to do. Anyway, the government went up and they put their own Closerado sign on that chain link fence right next to the Profeca Closerado sign. So now there's two Closerado signs, and the project is dead in the water, at least for now. But like I've said before, these issues in Mexico, just like they are in your own hometown, are multi-headed snakes. When people want to do what they want to do, they are going to do it. I mean, you kill one off, and then all of a sudden, another head sprouts back up, and it bites you in the rear end. So let's hope that the city government can put an end to this idea of building hydroelectric on the Rio Horcones. It's a bad idea, folks. So, fingers crossed, everybody. Cheryl's Shoebox is having a big event. They're having their 4th annual Summer Bash. It's going to be held Sunday, August the 4th, over at Babel Bar. Babel Bar is located on Quale Island. Let's read a little bit about Cheryl's Shoebox, shall we? Our vision is to increase the quality of education in disadvantaged schools throughout the Banderas Bay region by providing shoes, school shoes, and school materials to students as well as educational supplies to teachers. Our vision is for a healthier and greater community, also includes assisting families in need by direct outreach or by working with community leaders with established programs. Here's a little bit about the history of Cheryl's Shoebox. After vacationing in Puerto Vallarta for over 15 years, Cheryl Shrien made Mexico her home in 2010. Cheryl put a unique stamp on everything she did, including the many volunteer projects that she was involved in around the city. After many friends asking what they could do to help, she started suggesting shoes. Cheryl started collecting shoes for various fundraisers, and in 2011 started her own charity, Cheryl's Shoebox. By 2013, Cheryl, with the help of many friends and the support of local businesses, distributed over 4,000 pairs of shoes that year alone. Cheryl donated her time and effort to many charities in Puerto Vallarta over the years that she lived here. Today, we are continuing this shoebox in her memory. Cheryl's Shoebox continues to grow, collecting hundreds of shoes a year from visitors around the world, and we have expanded to work with schools in low-income areas by providing school shoes, educational supplies, and support to educators. We have 3 simple ways to help with Cheryl's Shoebox. One is to donate right through their website. Casa Jojo Foundation is a 501c3. It's a nonprofit and generously handles all PayPal donations that are made to Cheryl's Shoebox. You can drop a pair of shoes off at one of their drop-off locations, and I have a list of their drop-off locations in the show notes. This fundraiser this year will consist of 5 live music and picnic-style games where your favorite restaurants, bars, and shops will compete for the title of Cheryl's Shoebox's Summer Beach Bash Champions. We'd like to extend our most heartfelt gratitude to our special benefactor, Julie Guerrero, and her staff at Julie Guerrero Real Estate Group for their generous offer to be the presenting sponsor at this year's event. They're going to have Chico Ruiz doing music, the Zarapes de Neon Collectivo musical, and let's see what else. It's going to, again, the location is going to be over at the Babel Bar over on Isla Quale, and I've got all that information. Let's see, Sunday, August 4th, from 2 p.m. until 8 p.m. The tickets are 200 pesos. That's just about $10 US, and can be purchased at the door. They also have team sponsorship forms and all that other stuff. I have all the links and all the information in the show notes. So that's coming up, like I said, August the 4th, Sunday, 2 to 8 on Quale Island. Be there. That's great. Those shoes. That Cheryl. She was terrific. It is off-season, you guys, but it doesn't stop Mother Nature. The sea turtle releases are still happening right now. And if you're interested in releasing a baby turtle over at Campo de los Tortugas, over there at Boca de Tomates, we have been there. You know, I've taken the show there. And if you haven't been there, or if you have been there and you are confused as to when they are releasing turtles, well, they are. They're doing it right now. Boca de Tomates, that whole place there is right at the end of the runway of the Puerto Vallarta airport. So make sure you go to their Facebook page and like it if you haven't already. And that way you can get notifications for when they have babies ready to release. Make sure that you get there at the prescribed time. Look at the time on their Facebook post so you can get there. Remember that the sun doesn't wait for you. It sets, right? And when you get there, you can get there in plenty of time to catch that nature talk before they release those turtles at sunset. Make sure you bring your bug spray. And if you're really lucky, you might even get a chance to see a crocodile out there in the wild. Don't worry, it's safe, you guys. I have a link to their Facebook page in the show notes. And when you do go, just plan to leave a donation before you get there, okay? Have some money ready. Don't forget to leave it, okay? They always need pesos, and it's just a great way to keep that beautiful Campo de Tortugas, that turtle camp going. Don't forget to donate, okay? There are new rules for calling in Mexico. It's going to start August the 3rd. Dialing the Mexican telephone number is going to become simpler, they say. I have an article that explains the changes. It says here, service prefixes are no longer required. The fundamental change to the telephone dialing rules happening on August the 3rd, 2019, is the removal of the service code prefixes associated with calling domestic long-distance numbers, like the 01, and calling Mexican cell phone numbers and Mexican landlines, where you have to dial 044 or 045. Also, the confusing need to add the number 1 when dialing a Mexican cell phone from overseas is also being eliminated. The changes can be summed up like this. When calling from within Mexico, the dialing prefix of 01, 044, and 045 are no longer required. When calling a Mexican cell phone from outside Mexico, the additional number 1 after the Mexico country code is no longer required either. And those changes just basically simplify the way that Mexican landlines and cell phones are dialed and bring Mexico's telephone dialing rules into line with protocols used in the U.S. and in Canada. Now, here are the rules for dialing from and to Mexican landlines as of August 3rd. Calling a Mexican landline from a Mexican landline in the same area, you just simply dial the local number that, it's got the 7 or 8-digit number, depending on the town or city. Pretty darn simple. When you're calling a Mexican landline from a Mexican landline in a different area, dial the area code and the number. Don't dial the 01 long-distance prefix. Calling a Mexican landline from a Mexican cell phone, dial the area code and then the number directly from your cell phone. You don't need to dial the 01 long-distance prefix. And then calling a Mexican cell phone from a Mexican landline, dial the cell number, the area code, and the number directly. You don't have to use that 044 or the 045 prefix. Anyway, if this all sounds very, very confusing to you, it's because it is. It's because you're not reading it. Go to my show notes. I've got all the rules right there. And it made it simplified, but I just made it harder for you, didn't I? Yes, I did. Let's leave the telephone, shall we? Let's go to the interviews. I love taking the bus to El Tuito when I'm in Puerto Vallarta. First of all, it's cheap, it's easy, and it's so worth the adventure. Let's review how you get to the bus stop. First of all, in the romantic zone, you go to the corner of Venustiano Carranza and Aguacate. There you're going to find, usually, you will find a bus sitting across the street from the Kiosco convenience store. By the way, the buses are new. They got some new buses. They used to be old and broken down. These are new. They got comfortable touring buses with nice seats. So, yeah, pretty cool. I took a picture inside of one. The ride costs just 36 pesos, and that'll take you all the way in to El Tuito. It's a little bit less if you're going to be taking that bus to the Botanical Garden. And by the way, you can get off that bus anywhere you want. All you have to do is ask the driver to let you off, and he'll let you off wherever you want to go. So you don't have to exactly go where he is going, okay? Just so you know. I mean, if you wanted to get off the bus over in, for some reason, you wanted to get off at Boca de Tomatlan and didn't want to keep on going, you could ask the driver to let you off there, and he would. He can also let you off in the middle of nowhere if you want to do that too. So this bus, it takes a beautiful ride. It takes you along Carretera 200. That takes you along the coast. Make sure you get a good seat on the right side of the bus so you can get that good view of the ocean as you're heading along the coast. It goes past Mismaloya. It goes to Boca de Tomatlan, and then the bus turns up the hill, travels along the Rio Horcones Canyon all the way to the Botanical Garden, where they're going to make a stop and they're going to offload some passengers for sure. And then they're going to continue up the mountains until you get to the town of El Tuito. Now, you need to stay on the bus. You should stay on the bus, at least until you arrive where the bus will stop, right in the city center, in the Zocalo, in the center of town. And when you get off the bus there, you are going to actually find yourself in the busiest place in town. You might not think so. It's a sleepy little town, but that's where all the city services are. That's where the seat of government is. It's right there in the square. They actually got this new cool El Tuito sign, like they do in a lot of these Pueblo Mágicos. It's beautiful. Surrounding the square, there are a number of shops and restaurants. And one of these restaurants happens to be a favorite of mine. It's called Patio de Mario. And Patio de Mario is run by a very interesting man. His name is Mario, of course. Mario Rodriguez Romero. And Mario I found out, is a real Renaissance man. His restaurant is, like I said, right off the main square. And there are tables that are set up outside so you can enjoy the hustle and the bustle of town, of that particular town square. If you are looking for hustle and bustle, you might not find it there. Like I said, this place is a sleepy little town. It's usually pretty quiet. But you do have that option if you want to sit outside. But I prefer the option, at least for me, that is, to go inside of this restaurant and eat on Mario's patio. Therefore, Patio de Mario. It is a beautifully decorated courtyard with plants and flowers and a fountain, old photos of Mexican revolutionaries on the walls. Just a very colorful place with tablecloths on the tables. Just lovely. And it's just a wonderful place to sit down and have breakfast or lunch or dinner. Of course, I have pictures in the show notes so you can see what I'm talking about here. But let's go right now to the town of El Tuito in Cabo Corrientes, Mexico. And let's meet with the chef himself, Mario Rodriguez Romero. Mario, from Patio de Mario. Hey, Mario, thanks for talking with me today.
No, you're welcome to the Patio de Mario. Thanks you.
Thanks to you. All right. Then the Patio de Mario, before we get started, is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? And what was your path to Puerto, to El Tuito?
Yeah, I work here. Yeah, it's many years ago. I am an old man. I'm not young.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
But I work here in the Tuito. But about 7 years, I go to Puerto Vallarta. In my school, I study in Puerto Vallarta and after in Guadalajara city.
Okay. So there were better schools in Vallarta?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for maybe 9 years in Puerto Vallarta.
Uh-huh.
I go to Guadalajara for 3 years, the high school, and I come back to work. I work in Puerto Vallarta for 5 years in a restaurant. It's not more. In Puerto Vallarta, you remember the Carlos O'Brien's?
Sure, I do.
Yeah, I worked there.
You did?
Yeah, for 5 years.
Were you like a waiter or a chef? What were you doing there?
No, it's just a waiter.
You were just a waiter.
Yeah.
No, there were no just waiters at
No.
Carlos O'Brien's. When you're a waiter at Carlos O'Brien's, you were doing okay there.
The best times in Puerto Vallarta is in Carlos O'Brien, the 18 years or so.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So after that, when you were done over at Carlos O'Brien's, did you close it down? Were you there when it closed?
No, when I lived to Puerto Vallarta, the Carlos O'Brien was open, but I go to Guadalajara to study.
Okay.
Yeah,
And what were you studying in Guadalajara?
In the university was the Universidad Autónoma de Guadalajara.
Very good.
Yeah, I am lawyer.
And you're an abogado. You're a
Yeah.
lawyer. Wow, a lawyer and a chef.
Maybe best lawyer.
Okay, good. I've eaten your food. Okay, if you're a better lawyer than a cook, you're a damn good lawyer. Okay, all right,
Okay.
all right. So let's talk a little bit about Patio de Mario. How long has this been here?
10 years.
10
Yeah,
years.
the next December we have 10 years here in the Patio de Mario. The beginning is only ID, And I say, when I come to Guadalajara, Puerto Vallarta, my wife, she don't like Puerto Vallarta because it's very hot, it's so many people, the traffic, everything, And my wife say, okay, let's go to the Tuito, everybody, the family, okay? I have 5 sons, 2 in California, 2 in Guadalajara, and 1. The last one here with me in the Tuito. And I say, maybe it's necessary a small restaurant, but clean and good restaurant in the Tuito. And I say, why not? And 10 years ago, I buy this house, was a very old house. I make this patio is new, 10 years, but I respect the house. Like the old times.
Yeah, yeah. It's and the patio has got flowers, potted flowers, and it's got birds, and it's just so sweet. And so this whole development that all happened at once. When you opened Patio de Mario, you had the patio just like this. Yes.
Yeah, it's just a house, that's all.
Yeah.
And the principal idea is because in the Tuito we have only a small restaurant,
Yeah.
It's the food is 3 or 4 different dishes, very simple. Here the food is very simple too, but I have now 27 different dishes, and we cook everything at the moment,
Yeah.
Everything is fresh and everything is clean. This
Right.
is the most important.
What is the most popular dish that you serve here? Do you have one that's more popular than the rest?
No, the people come, all the people have a different,
Different taste.
something special,
Yeah.
for the people.
So your menu is very well balanced, and there is not one that stands out. It's pretty much everybody. There's something for everyone.
Yeah, but we have here 4 different dishes. It's a favorite for the people,
Uh-huh.
The birria is beef. We cook the birria for 5 hours. Very
Nice.
slow the flame. The machaca, the fish. We have good shrimp and fish here. It's very fresh and it's very big. The fillet is just dorado, no more. It's only dorado fish.
Uh-huh.
Every time. The shrimp, sometimes we have a lobster and something special for the people, but it's not every time.
Right. Just certain days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
It's a surprise for the people.
That's very good. Okay, so what kind of? I see every once in a while you get like a tour group will come in here.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got a lot of good people that suggest your restaurant, I imagine, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people know the restaurant. I have in Facebook and TripAdvisor. I have a page, but the people talk about the restaurant. And I don't know why, but the people come from Puerto Vallarta, Nayarit, Tomatlan, and a different town around the Tuito, or different cities. We have 2 different seasons. The season October to April is people from Canada, USA, and the Europe. People, I don't know why, but it's many people every day. And after April, we have Mexican people, and sometimes the American people.
Every once in a while, you get some Americans and Canadians wandering through here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's for 7 months.
Right. So that kind of slows things down during the winter, during the summertime for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go from Patio to Mario. Let's go out to El Tuito and let's talk a little bit about that. What are the main things that are produced here in El Tuito?
In the Tuito, many years ago, the principal job for the people here was make the panela, jocoque, artisanal products. Now, almost the 700% the people work in Puerto Vallarta. Yeah, the young people work in Puerto Vallarta. We have only here maybe a little cow around the Tuito. We have a good coffee. We have Isla Away. It's a small town, maybe 45 minutes from here.
Yeah.
But it's Cabo Corrientes too. We have the best coffee in all Jalisco.
Wow.
It's nice. The flavor is very special. The coffee is very strong. It's really good coffee. And the people job in
that town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the town, yeah.
What other things?
Raicilla. We have the raicilla. The raicilla is like tequila, but the process is very different. It's artisanal process. And the raicilla is very famous in Mexico. It's a strong wine.
Do the producers, do they allow people to come and watch them work and watch them make the product?
No.
No, it's just a pretty secret little process, isn't it?
Yeah, it's we have in Maito and Tehuamistle is a beach here in the municipio too. Maybe sometimes the people work in the land, and they have tomatoes and papaya, nice papaya, and the fishing men here. We have 75 kilometers. It's only beach, littoral, and we have many boat, and the fishermen have many products, different products, but all the products go to Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah,
not here.
they miss El Tuito, or they go right through it, right?
Yeah.
they drive by.
Right.
They just drive past. If you were going to suggest to someone who comes to El Tuito, let me start that one over again. Someone who comes to El Tuito, what are the things that they need to do while they're here?
Here, what we need?
Yeah, what should they do? Where should they go? What kind of sights should they see?
The people who come here?
Yeah.
Well, when the people come here, we don't have many things to do here, in the Tuito. But around the Tuito, we have a nice beach. The beach here is a virgin beach. We have many different places. Like Tehuamistle is the best oyster on the world, and Tehuamistle is really good, the food there. And then we have a Maito, it's very quiet, the beach is very big, and the people are very kind there. It's really nice, maybe the sunsets, I think so, in the afternoon, with a good tequila or cold beer, on the beach. You can be there for many hours. Look at the sunset. It's really nice. And we have 2 different beaches together to Puerto Vallarta. Boca Tomatlan?
Sure.
Okay. This is the Bellín from the municipio. And all the beach after Boca Tomatlan, like the Animas, Yelapa, Pisota, it's a many different small
beach too.
beach, really nice. It's not Puerto Vallarta, it's Cabo Corrientes.
Yeah, that's right. You remember that, you guys. When you're down at those cool beaches,
Yeah.
you're in Mario's town. The businesses around here, I can see that you're starting to get a few new ones coming in, it seems. Is that something that you would like to see? You would like to see maybe some of these businesses kind of, I don't know, modernize or something of that nature?
Not here in the town. Yeah, here the only we have here in the Tuito is a town very old and it's very sure, It's very quiet and the people is very nice people. We don't have here. I don't know, ¿cómo se dice? Violencia?
Like crime, violence?
No, nothing.
Yeah.
It's very, very sure here. You can walk here after 12 o'clock, 1, 2, 3 o'clock on the night. You can walk on the town and nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Everything, the people is good here.
It is a peaceful town, for sure.
Pacific,
and the people are
Pacific.
so nice. They
Yes,
are.
I know, yeah.
Well, they do look at me kind of funny if you're the only white guy walking around here. But other than that, no, it's all no kidding. Okay, so let's just say that someone wanted to stay in the area. There's a few places. I don't see that there are any things like hotels here, except for maybe the bed and breakfast behind you here. Are there any hotels at all, or any places other than these little boutique spots?
We have not too much, but we have maybe 5 or 6 really nice. After the square, maybe 2 blocks together to the main square, is the Jardín del Tuito. It's a Frenchman. It's really nice. They have 5 suites with a swimming pool and big garden. It's really nice, not expensive, and it's really, really nice. It's the Jardín del Tuito. It's in the town.
Okay.
It's very nice, but for me it's the best. And we have 2 hotels, big hotel. The Mexicano Hotel is very cheap. It's not the nice hotel, but it's very clean. You have a TV, Sky, internet, Wi-Fi, and it's very sure the hotel. It's a small parking for 5 or 7 cars, but it's really nice. The Mexicano Hotel, and another one is together to the road. It's the Hotel El Tuito. Is the maybe church place. It's not
the best, not the nicest.
Not the best, but it's that's okay.
You wouldn't send your mom there?
Hotel.
Is that what you're telling me? You wouldn't send your mom to sleep there?
Yeah.
Oh, you would? It'll be okay?
1 or 2 days. Many times ago.
Okay.
But it's okay. And now the American people buy a house here, and maybe we have now 10 house with a room for rent. But these American people buy the house, the remodelation, and they rent
it out like Airbnb maybe or something like that, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it seems like little by little, you're able to draw more people in, and it makes a lot of sense coming to El Tuito, you guys, using it for a hub, and then going in the area and discovering the new beaches and all the other cool things that are down here.
Yeah, you can check in internet, and they have the different news there, and you can check there the hotel, the hostel, and a different place for be here.
Nice. All right. We talk about Puerto Vallarta all the time. So because you spend a lot of time in Guadalajara, tell us a little bit about Guadalajara. If someone was going to come to Guadalajara from Vallarta for a couple of days, what should they do?
Bueno, Guadalajara from Puerto Vallarta is maybe 5 hours driving, and a half hour fly. Guadalajara is, for me, is the best city in all Mexico. It's a big city, but it's the city where you can find everything. You know, you have the best restaurant in Guadalajara. You have a zoo. You have the big party in Guadalajara. In the Guadalajara, you have around Guadalajara, you have 3 different small cities together to Guadalajara. It's almost the same city. It's Tlaquepaque, Tonalá, Zapopan, and Tlajomulco. And you have a different artesanos, teatros, different shopping center. It's really nice, Guadalajara. Maybe the next year, I think so, the government said, the next year we have a new road, very good road, Guadalajara to Puerto Vallarta, and you can drive Guadalajara to Puerto Vallarta in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next year.
Well, we'll see if it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, every once in a while to get you've probably driven on parts of that new road, have you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because it seems that every summer when the rains come, down comes the mud and covers all the new highway.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Thank you for kind of filling us in on the on Guadalajara.
Mm-hmm.
Let's come back to El Tuito. How will somebody find Patio de Mario?
Oh, it's very, very, very easy. It's
Yeah.
very easy, yeah. you know the Presidencia Municipal is from the Patio Mario.
Yeah.
It's from the main square, and you can see the Patio Mario.
It's right there.
But-
It's got the beautiful tables out with the green tablecloths. It's easy to find.
Yeah.
And I will put I'll put a map
Yeah.
on the website so you guys can find it and you know where to find it. It's at www.puertovallartatravelshow.com, and just look for this episode where we talk about Patio de Mario. And you will see it there. I'm going to have pictures of Mario's smiling face. I'm going to have pictures of the inside of the restaurant and of the outside of the restaurant. So when you do come to Puerto Vallarta and you take that bus up to El Tuito, you'll know exactly where to
Yes,
find
yes,
Patio
yes.
de Mario.
I know, and it's very easy. We have a different bus here. Every half hour we have a bus Puerto Vallarta to Tuito and Tuito Puerto Vallarta. Every half hour here in the square. It's very easy. Come here, and the people, everybody know here the Patio Mario, and the people you say, "Where is the Patio Mario?" The people say there.
Yeah, they
That's
just
it's very
point.
easy.
They just point.
Yeah, and we have in TripAdvisor or in Facebook. We have a page in there.
You do too.
Yeah, and you
Okay.
can check there. You have a map and everything there.
Yeah, I'll have links to all of that in the show notes, so you'll definitely be able to find all of those things and all the great reviews that they have for Patio de Mario, because it's just it's a wonderful place.
Yeah, thank you so much. And everything is possible here. When you come eat something different, just only say, okay, that is the menu. I have something special. We can make everything here. Everything is possible here in the Patio Mario.
Excelente. Well, I want to thank you so much, Mario, for taking
thank you
time
so
and for
much.
talking with me today, and for allowing me to introduce you
Yeah.
and Patio de Mario to my listeners.
Okay, thank you so much. Everybody's welcome here to the Patio Mario. And I'm sorry, my English is not well, but I try to explain everything I can, okay?
Mario,
Thank you so much.
Mario, your English is perfecto, my friend.
Okay.
Muchísimas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Buenas tardes.
I love that guy. Imagine that. A cook and a lawyer. Think about it. Hey, counselor, make me a margarita, will you? I have pictures of Mario and his restaurant and his lovely wife, too. I've got a map that'll take you right there to the front door of Patio de Mario, and you'll find all that in the show notes over at www.puertovallartatravelshow.com. All right, our next guest is a very interesting guy with a very cool idea. His idea is to create a place where you can camp, where you can commune with nature in the town of El Tuito. Sort of al fresco, open-air camping. This guy's name is Tane Escalante, and Tane is a naturalist and an entrepreneur. His place is pretty cool. He's got this wooden structure that is built, right in the middle of the forest. It's open air on all the sides with a roof, of course. It's got a good-sized bed in the middle. There's a place to cook. There's a barbecue in another area. There's an open-air restroom with a toilet. All very exclusive, all very private. You can see pictures of their place in my show notes, or you can just go visit their Facebook page and see for yourself. Just to understand where we are and what we're talking about. The name of the page is Agua Fria Camping Tours, so look for it there. Okay, so let's go right now. Let's go to a plot of land, about 15-minute walk out of town, outside of El Tuito, and let's meet a pretty cool guy. His name is Tane Escalante. He's your guide to El Tuito and more. Tane, from Agua Fria Camping Tours, El Tuito, Mexico. Tane, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
Oh, yeah, of course. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, and what was your path to Puerto Vallarta? Are you from Puerto Vallarta?
Yeah, I was born in Puerto Vallarta, but I always have lived here in Tuito. I'm 33 years old. I study biology in Guadalajara. I have always lived here, except when I was in college. But I like El Tuito.
Yeah, okay. Of course you do. So tell us a little bit about this place. Tell us a little bit about Agua Fria camping here.
Well, my family bought this place like 35 years ago. And it was just for planting fruit trees and, like I was saying, mango trees, limes, guavas. There's lots of fruits, but when I got here, like 5 years ago, I decided we started to find tracks of different kind of animals. So we bought a trap camera, and we started to figure out that there was like a lot of wildlife here. So we decided to start like doing an inventory of the animals that were here. And then after that, we decided to build like a campsite because we think now people is more interested in being like out in nature than not everybody comes to Vallarta to go to the disco, or to the nightclubs, to the restaurants. There's people that want more outdoor adventures, So we wanted to do that to show Cabo Corrientes to the world.
Nice. So you were telling me earlier that your dad bought the piece of land 30 years ago, planted all these trees, and then kind of lost interest and kind of abandoned the place?
Well, it's kind of difficult to find someone who wants to work out in the fields.
Yeah.
Not everybody wants to come and do like, here in the sun, work with a machete or with all these tools. It's kind of heavy. So after he didn't find no one, he started like losing interest in. Mm-hmm. But there was a guy that always take care of the ranch. He didn't work for my dad. It was like a borrow deal.
He was kind of he was squatting.
Yeah, he was squatting. He do corn plantations. He cleaned it up a little bit, but the deal was like to someone be here, so we don't lose the land.
Yeah, that's important, right?
Yeah,
yeah, because someone can really take over your place, right? If you just walk away,
it can happen. Yeah, it can
Interesting,
happen.
yeah. All right, so tell us about this concept. I mean, you have this, you have a covered area here with on a platform that overlooks some forested area, with a bed and some hammocks. And so, tell us a little bit about this. What's your plan here?
Well, the idea was to build a campground, but after start putting money into this, and well, for me, it looks really nice, no?
It does.
I wanted to build like a little room, an Airbnb, but like I told you, in the outdoors, no? That you can. I chose this spot, this first spot, because here in front you can see the river. In the mornings you hear all these birds singing. At nights too, you can hear the water. That's why the wall-less. No? We don't have walls in the room, so you can watch everything. No, the sunset, the sunrise. Well, that's my idea. No.
Yeah. Oh, well, it certainly is beautiful, and I can see waking up here in the morning, and it would be very beautiful. All right, so you also have a bathroom area there, so it's not necessarily, you're not running off in the woods to relieve yourself, right? I mean, you've got a bathroom here.
For a man, it's more easy to go to the woods and do your necessities, no.
Yeah.
But for a woman, it's more complicated, no. So after being here a couple of times with my girlfriend, it was hard for her. So we started the idea to put a bathroom here, and well, I think it's kind of interesting too because it doesn't have walls too.
It's kind of open air.
It's kind of like an open area.
You got to really know your friends here. But, and you get a view while you go to the bathroom
you
too,
got well, that's the thing, getting a view for everything. Yeah, because like I told you, there's a lot of birds here.
Yeah. So when your guests come here, do you do activities with them? Do you plan stuff out? What do you do?
Well, our plan is to, we have the Puma Trail. There's where we have all those trail cameras.
Yeah.
That's like a guided tour. We have that. There's a lot of area here. We have 80 hectares, so there's a lot of space to explore.
Yeah.
But our main purpose, or like I told you, is to get to know Cabo Corrientes. So we have a lot of activities, to go to Maito. Maito is a beach near here. Go to Teguamistle. There's Jalapa, and we have quads. So we have to try. Well, we're trying to do quad adventures too.
Okay.
I take you in the morning from here, from the ranch. So this is like the base, no?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna stay here. My idea, is you staying here 3 days, no? I take you, I don't know, in the quads. We can get to Jalapa, we can get to Maito, we can get to Corrales, we can get to, I don't know, different places, no? And there's the botanical gardens, there's the canopy in las juntas y los veranos. There's lots of activities that I can plan for you when you stay here, no?
That sounds great. So you could be like the Cabo Corrientes one-stop shopping tour right over here, couldn't you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So you get your camping, or you call it glamping, right? Glamorous camping.
Well, we're trying to. The goal is to get there, to get to be a glamping site.
Yeah, we got a toilet. You're halfway there, brother.
Yeah, and a bed.
And a bed.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And well, this is a cool place, man.
Yeah.
All right. So we did come in here on this road, and this road is about a quarter mile long or so.
It's probably 400 meters.
Okay.
300 meters. Yeah.
Yeah. So people that are coming and going, they usually getting your help driving them to and from town, or do they actually just walk on in?
There's people that comes with cars. There's people that don't have nothing. No, I can pick them up in the plaza, and like Javier, or
Yeah.
there's another.
There's taxi guys.
There's taxi guys here that we can. It depends up to you how alone you want to stay. No, I can come if you want. If you want, like, I don't know, for me to grill something for you, we can do barbecues, or if you just want to be here with your family, just by yourselves, that can be an option too. It depends up to you.
Right. It's just it's customizable, right?
Yeah,
It's, however, whatever your
You can
abilities and
Yeah, we can set all the camp stuff for you, or you can set it up, or you can bring your stuff. It's up to you.
Okay.
It's your choice.
nice. Yeah. Wow. Tell us a little bit about some of these places that you were talking about, where you could now you can take a 4x to Yalapa from here.
A quad, like a
Yeah.
quad, or a side by side, like the one that we drove here from Tuito. You can have. There's a Yelapa is from La Boca de Tomatlan and that coast.
Uh-huh.
Is Yelapa, I think, is one of the only beaches that you can arrive by car or by quad,
Okay.
side by side. And there's other ones, but they're not too famous, like Chimo, Pisota. I don't know if you have heard of.
Well,
those
I've heard of
beaches.
them, but never been.
Yeah, well, you can get by quad or by car too. There's a road there.
And you seem to be planting here too, so you're, you've got things other than just the jungle going on around here too.
Well, we wanna do the houses or the glamping space more beautiful for the people that stay here. More green.
Yeah.
Because like right now it's dry season, everything looks dry. So we try to put some green plants here, or they don't need like a lot of water. That's why we have the cactus garden, and we wanted to do something like an oasis, in the middle of the jungle, something different.
Yeah.
So
So you're doing it. You're doing it here. It's true. I can see how this is developing here. It's really, really cool what
Yeah.
you're doing here.
We try to have colors, for the butterflies, for the birds. So that's why all the roses, all the colors are on the plants too.
Yeah, and it's working too. There's butterflies all over the place here. Very nice.
So wait for the raining season. There's a lot of bugs.
Yeah, no
Bugs.
doubt, no doubt. All right, well, we're going to get back to Agua Fria camping in just a minute. We're going to leave there for now. We're going to talk a little bit about El Tuito.
Yeah.
If you were going to El Tuito, what would you tell someone not to miss when they come here to town?
Well, one thing that I don't like of Vallarta Adventures is that they always take the tourists to places that, I don't know, like the graveyard. Who wants to go to the graveyard? No, nobody wants to go to the graveyard. You have to go to the cheese factory. You have to go to the Raicilla distillery. You have to go to the bakeries. And there's things that people don't know from here. There's like it's not hieroglyphics. It's called petroglyphics. It's made out in stones.
Stone, yeah.
So people, tourist guides or tourists from other places don't know about that. I can let you know. I can take you there. Those are things that you don't have to miss from here, no?
Yeah.
And the beach is beautiful here. All the beaches here are really, really beautiful.
Right, and they're just 45 minutes
yeah,
away.
45 minutes from here. So that's, for me, it's something that somebody from that is not from here has to go.
Yeah, they need to know that.
Yeah, to the beach.
Yeah, and the beach, yes, but most people that come to El Tuito, they have no idea where the Raicilla factory is. They have no idea where they're making the panela cheese. So You can tell them that.
Yeah, well, that's the idea, not to
introduce them.
to introduce them, yeah, to those things, to go to, well, Raicilla Distillery. There's a lot of families that do that, no? Raicilla Distillery, you have to know when are they doing it, like
Right.
when taking out Raicilla. But there's one big distillery here. It's called El Divisadero, and that's where we like to take people. When we take them to the Raicilla Distillery, we take them to El Divisadero. It's a really nice place, and they have a really good Raicilla too.
Cool.
So, yeah.
I'm on my way. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, so let's talk about eating here in El Tuito. What kind of places do they have to eat? What do you like? Let's say for breakfast, for example. If you weren't gonna have your girlfriend or you cook your own breakfast, what's gonna happen there?
I like to go to a place called El Mariachi. I like to go there for breakfast because, well, there's homemade tortillas always, blue corn tortillas. They always get your dish is always sided with homemade beans, a side of homemade panela. Well, the tortillas again, and the lady cooks really, really, really well.
Yeah.
So that is one place. On Sundays or weekends here, it gets different because on weekends there's other little restaurants that open that are always open during the week, during the weekdays.
Yeah,
so
because there's not enough business.
Yeah,
right?
enough business. Yeah, so on Sundays, because people from Vallarta come on Sundays to visit town, to take some cheese to the bakeries, to take some
raicilla.
to take up some raicilla to the presents. Sometimes there are presents for guests or for family. No.
Yeah, sure, of course.
So there's that.
Yeah.
El Mariachi. I recommend El Mariachi.
Okay, cool. How about lunch? You got a favorite lunch place?
Well, for lunch, there's many places. There's El Valle Azul, but if you are like into seafood, there's El Mojarro, or we like to go to El Pueblito. It's called El Pueblito, little town.
Yeah.
It used to be Reparo, but now it's called El Pueblito, and it's a beautiful place because it's on the top of the mountain, and you can see El Tuito from all above.
Wow.
So you're eating and you're having a really nice view.
And you're having a view. So where is that place?
When you're coming from Vallarta,
Yeah.
before arriving to Tuito, there's a little entrance to El Tuito. It's called, we locals call it La Avenida. I don't know if you have seen it.
I have.
The bus doesn't enter by there.
Right.
So after La Avenida, 200 meters, you're gonna see on the highway. You're gonna see the restaurant on the hill.
And then there's a turnoff there. And
There's a turn off there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. El Pueblito.
El Pueblito.
All right. How about dinner?
But dinner, well, if you are into tacos, there's like a lot of taco places. Tacos, you cannot fail with tacos. No, tacos are really good almost in every place. No.
Yeah.
But there's places for where you can have Mexican food, no? Pozole, Mexican dinner, no? Pozole, flautas, sopes, gorditas, all those kind of things. There's one at El Crucero, it's called Martín's. And there's one in La Plaza called Las Cuatas, the twins. So those I recommend those places for dinner, yeah.
Great,
really good.
excellent. Good those are all great recommendations.
Yeah.
Some of them I've never heard of, so I love that.
Well, and the road next to the gas station, there's a place too where they sell really huge quesadillas, homemade quesadillas with steak.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's a
another,
good
and
place.
that's on the road next to the Pemex station.
Yeah, next to the Pemex station. It's called Perón. It's really good too.
All right.
There's a lot of food.
I know.
There's a lot of food.
That's why I ask, man, because you just don't know. You just don't know. I have to ask you, man. So, yeah, because I always wonder about the ones out on the road just before you turn into town, and I go, Those must be really good.
Yeah.
But, you never know which one. So, yeah, thanks for that. Okay, so let's go back. Let's get back right now over to Agua Fria camping. And let's talk a little bit about your plans for the future. Are you looking to see how this is going to develop, or are you going to be making more of these A-frame kind of units?
Well, the idea is to make, for me, 10 different places like this. Kind of they look the same, but different materials of construction, no?
Uh-huh.
I think it's gonna develop really good, no? Because I think ecotourism is kind of the future, no?
Yeah.
So I think this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
So I wanted to put everything in here, and if it doesn't work, it's like a good investment. You can do a cabin later, or you can get into selling property, or you already have something built there.
Right.
So
you've got some development
yeah,
already.
we are not afraid of investing this. No,
Good.
we know it's the future.
It is the future.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the future of a lot of. Well, I think that today, I think there are a lot more younger people going out there, trying to figure out where they can get away, where they can do something like this, right?
Yeah.
Without fear, of being in the wrong place or whatever it is. So,
Well, actually, Tuito is pretty safe.
yeah,
Pretty safe. There's no robberies. There's no killing. No. Well, I think for everybody, it's safe. No, to be here, it's like a really safe place.
yeah,
There's no delinquency. No. There's always gonna be delinquency. No, but there's no big delinquency.
No.
Or there's nothing to be afraid. Like the tourists, they're not gonna rob you with a gun or with nothing. No, it's just really safe place, I think.
I agree. Because every time I come here, the police, they're not doing anything because they don't have anything to do.
They have like 5 hiding places for them to spend the day.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, I love that. I love that about El Tuito. If I missed anything, is there something that we need to cover?
The idea, well, one of the things for the future of us, we want to do this like a wildlife preservation area.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, there's a lot of government contributions like for this kind of projects, or there's a lot of people they don't have a place like this, and they want to help you grow up,
Uh-huh.
or develop some natural area spaces, no?
Yeah, no, that's great.
So we wanted to do that, like a community. We invite everybody to come here and see what are we doing, and try to help in every way. No, just come here. It's helpful.
Yeah,
For us.
no kidding. So you're being a biologist. I think that's a big deal too, because you're able to explain things to the people that come here too. You can talk about the flora and the fauna, and you can, let them know what to look for. And
Yeah. Well, we can explain about. We can talk to the bird watchers. We can explain about the nature in here. No, so we almost know all the animals that are here right now. We have videos of everything. And yeah, it's pretty much that. No, it's easy. It's more easy to be associated with nature. It's easy to explain It's easy to be a guide, no, for the people.
Yeah,
In
definitely.
here, yeah.
Well, I think that people will really appreciate what you're doing here. And I hope that you listeners out there will come by and see what Tane has done here. It is pretty remarkable. I'm going to have pictures in the show notes for this episode of the Puerto Vallarta Travel Show. And, of course, you can find that at www.puertovallartatravelshow.com. And I will also have links to Facebook pages and stuff like that and contact information so that you can make a reservation. Come on down here and spend a couple of nights and see what it's like to live out in the jungle, man. I think this is beautiful. I mean, this is mountaintop jungle living here. Yeah, this is really incredible stuff. How do people get a hold of you?
Well, we have the Facebook page right now. We're developing a website right now, and in the Facebook page, we answer all the messages by Facebook by Facebook. No, but there's my phone number in Facebook too.
Good.
In the page, and my girlfriend's phone number too. I think so. So you can contact us by Facebook or by mail.
Yeah, don't do it by mail. Do it by email.
By mail, by email. Yeah.
It's Mexico, man. You know, you'll ask for the reservation in January, and you'll arrive, and the mail still won't be there. So you can't do that. Tane, I want to thank you so much for joining me today and for letting me talk to you and introduce Agua Fria camping to my glamping camping to my listeners. It's really cool.
Thank you for the invite and thank you for coming. Let's do this anytime we want. Again.
All right, let's do this together, you guys. Come on down. All right, Tane, those are great ideas. Now, they've been doing a lot of work on the property since I was there in May, and like I said, you can see what they've done in my show notes, or just go to their Facebook page and see the improvements. They are really making leaps and bounds. This is a really, really cool little spot. It's a great place if you want to do something different. Wonderful way to unwind and disconnect with this wacky world and just reconnect with nature. It's just so cool, you guys. And by the way, I want to thank Maddie and Jesse from La Jolla del Tuito, that bed and breakfast over in El Tuito. They, as well as Bonnie Jaregue from Rancho Primavera, they told me about Tane and about Agua Fria camping tours. So thanks, guys. Thanks for, all of you guys putting El Tuito on the map. It's great. All right, well, that should do it for this week. Next week, stay tuned for more on-the-ground reports from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, with travel tips, great restaurant excursion ideas, and more. But until then, remember that this is an interactive show where I depend on your questions and your suggestions about all things Puerto Vallarta. If you think of something that I should be talking about, well, please reach out to me by clicking on the Contact Us tab and send us your message. And remember, if you're considering booking any type of tour while you're in Puerto Vallarta, you must go to vallartainfo.com, that's JR's website, and reserve your tour through him right from his website. Remember, this is a value-for-value proposition, my friends. His experience and on-the-ground knowledge of everything Puerto Vallarta in exchange for your making a purchase of a tour that you would do anyway. You're just doing it through him as a way of saying thank you. Thanks, JR, for being our guide. It costs no more than if you're going to use someone else, so just do it, really. And when you do take one of those tours, email me about your experiences. Maybe you can come on board and share with others what you liked or didn't like about the tour. Again, contact me by clicking on the Contact Us tab and sending off a message. And don't forget JR's maps, his DIY tours, his revitalized happy hour board, and more. I have links to all of those in the show notes, so check them out. And once again, if you like this podcast, please take the time and subscribe and give me a good review if you would. That way we can get the word out to more and more people about the magic of this place, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And remember, I made it easy for you to do just that with each episode I create. But if you haven't been to my website, you really need to have a look there. I have links to the places we talk about, interesting pictures, and more right there in my blog posts and in the show notes for each episode of the show that I create. So check them out for sure, all right? Okay. All right. Thank you, Mario Rodriguez Romero from Patio de Mario. Check out his great cooking. Check out his lovely restaurant. And thanks to Tane Escalante. Thank you so much for talking with us. Thanks for sharing your ideas and your cool glamping spot in El Tuito. Check out the pictures. Don't pass up a day trip, folks, to El Tuito when you are in paradise the next time, right? So don't forget Patio de Mario, and definitely don't forget Agua, Fria camping tours. And thank you, all of you, for listening all the way through this episode of the Puerto Vallarta Travel Show. Yeah, I'm talking to you guys. This is Barry Kessler, and I'm signing off with a wish for all of you to slow down, be calm, and live the Vallarta lifestyle. Nos vemos, amigos.
Samba de Puerto Vallarta, noche de arrullo en el mar. Samba de Puerto Vallarta, noche de amor junto al mar. Solo camino interno por la playa, me encuentro junto al río cuando todo está en calma. Pronto cae la noche, me brillas Puerto Vallarta, samba de Puerto Vallarta.